I think the first question I have to ask you guys is, how did you guys take this experience? How did you feel being on the show and the way that it went for you? So let's start with Brian.
For me personally, it was a good experience overall. A good feel to it, good vibe. Definitely liked getting to meet the guys and stuff. We developed some good relationships that way. As far as some of the females, they were a little hard on us. If we're being real, they were a little harsh on us. Some of the things it seemed kind of like it didn't make sense. Height or what you're wearing for disqualifying someone. I understand we don't have much to go off of, but some of the stuff I was like, man, it's a little ridiculous or out of our control. But
What
overall, definitely a good experience.
What was the one thing that would you say that got to you the most that was said to you by some of the girls?
It's got to be the height thing. The height thing's viral. It's definitely got to be the height thing. I guess them challenging that and challenging and I'm like, at this point in our lives, I would like to think we would all know how tall we are. Sometimes people can embellish and stuff like that, but that's just not the case for me. So
they tried to say you weren't 6 feet. You're like, what?
Yeah.
How you gonna tell me my height?
right.
Yeah, the height thing it's old now. It's so old that for me personally, I just wouldn't even care. I'd be, oh, you got to be 6'5" and you're only 6 feet, and I'm just like, you literally get asked, why are you single or why are you such and such? You can literally say nowadays, oh, it's because I'm too short, and just keep it pushing on like that. So I think ladies have ran that into the ground so much to the point that it's just like, all right.
And then also, I think for you, Brian, they came for your eyebrows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Eyebrows a little too groomed or something crazy like that.
Right.
So did you get your eyebrows done, or was it just like a haircut?
That's all it was. That's all. My barber
It's
decided,
so-
you know what,
barber
let's
just-
clean them up. And
Right.
I'm not sure if we took it too far or what we did, but
No, I
next
think
thing
it's
I know,
I think it's the curve. Like, the way he did it, he curved it around as if like
Right.
like a bit like this.
right. All I knew was
If you go to a Spanish barber, well, specifically the barber I went to when I was living in Florida, I think he was Dominican. I think he was a Dominican dude, and I don't know what possessed him to do. He just did my eyebrows. I was like, wait a minute, did he just do my eyebrows? Because I'm thinking then the hair's like right here, like, then I feel him getting a little bit low, and I'm like, okay, maybe he cleaned it up a little bit or something like that. I said, I'm not sure. I went to the mirror. I said, holy shit, looked like I went to the nail salon and got my.
I woke up to my some of my favorite content creators, and they're just letting me have it. They're like, what are these knives he's got? They're like, what are these knives he's got? I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was interesting.
No.
It was interesting. But it's all good. It's okay.
That's nothing.
Okay,
That's nothing.
all right. Well, let's hear from you, Anthony. How was your experience? How did you feel it went for you?
I already knew that coming here, I had to get out of my comfort zone. So I definitely had my bulletproof vest on. Not even going.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, when I met these guys, we built a relationship. I felt like I already knew these guys. You know what I'm saying? And when I walked out there, I was expecting the unexpected. So I honestly was going to take everything as, I've been here before and I'm confident in myself, secure in myself. So whatever came, it just came. You know what I'm saying? So it was a great experience overall, though, for sure.
Thick skin,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah, because they came for your fit.
Yeah.
The shoes and the pants combo.
Yeah. They came for his face.
Right.
They came for his face both times he was on this show badly. He got extremely thick skin to the point that some girls were just like, I don't want to be mean to you. He's like, man, look, just say it. Just say the truth. Like, it don't matter. Just say what it is, man. I don't care. I'm not attracted to your face. I'm like, damn. I just thought he looked like Scottie Pippen, and everybody else was just going all over the place with it.
Yeah.
How did that feel when you were hearing that?
Were you thrown back like, whoa, what you mean by my face? How was that?
I never heard.
Uh-huh.
I mean, because obviously I know my nose is pretty big. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. And my
Pretty much,
granddad,
yeah, that's what it
I
is,
was
the
always
nose.
told I look like him, so I kind of took that as a compliment. But I guess not many people are used to a guy with a big nose. But it is what it is. So
Okay. Well, it's good because, just as long as you have that self-confidence, what someone who doesn't even know you says about you should just be like, all right, next. You know what I mean? And that's what it felt like you were taking it. Like you just
He
smiled
was
through the
doing
whole
that.
I
segment.
loved it.
Literally
Like
doing that.
like I
Yeah.
said, my
Yeah.
bulletproof vest on, and it protected me like it was supposed to, and I enjoyed myself. Like I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And I can
But
say that the one. Go ahead.
No, go
no,
ahead.
I was gonna say like the one part that a lot of people was like going back and forth with was when she called me an Egyptian. I kind of took that as a good thing. You get what I'm saying? Like not many people understand like when a statue is built, it's built for a reason. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I kind of felt like that gave me royalty. That gave me because I feel like I'm a king.
Okay. I'm gonna put all their walkouts below that I did in the episode they were on. I'm gonna put them all below this video. When she said that to him, I even put like a pictures of like Egyptian stuff. I was just like, look, I don't know if she said. I mean, I guess she said it. Egyptian statue. Oh my god, ancient. Oh my god, look, you like one of them. Hey, empowerment, whatever the hell. I'm like, look, I don't know if that's necessarily a comp. Some of them statues look wild, and that's literally what I said. Go to the clip below.
So that's kind of how I took it. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about.
All right, let's go on to
Kendall.
Kendall.
Which one?
New York, Kendall. There we go.
New York Kendall.
How you doing?
Hey.
Mr. Dirty Shoes.
So, how was it? How was your experience? How did you feel when you went down the line? Like, what were some of your thoughts?
It was interesting, like it's kind of like what Anthony said, like expecting the unexpected. When I went up there, I was just like, "Holy cow, this is like really happening!" But at the same time, like everybody had their balloons. That was, I thought I was in a good situation until Shorty came out my shoes. So then I sat back and I thought about it. I'm like, damn, like I've been on dates
Damn, those shoes were done.
with the shoes, and it's funny because like I want to clear the air because I've been watching like reaction videos and stuff. Like I should have defended myself a little more because it's one of those things though. These shoes are vintage, so like they get scuffed up pretty easily. But like out here in New York, like you're fine. You're fine wearing those shoes. I've been on dates with those shoes before and stuff, but um once she mentioned that, I saw people start popping their balloons and then like started just thinking of like something random, like, oh, like, but you handsome, but you handsome, but you handsome. So I'm like, I can change my shoes, right? And 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 then the funniest part is the ring. Like
At first, the shoes kind of look like Rick Owens, but then they don't. I don't think they were Rick Owens at all. I think they were just some other. Because I also put up some other Chucks that look kind of like them that were more expensive, exclusive type Chucks. And he said those were vintage just now. So I'm not sure if they were Rick Owens or not.
I could take off my ring. Like so it was just really just one of these things where no one thing I've always like assessed when I talk to a woman is like how is she in a position of power? And it was one of these things like all the women they were in a position of power with the balloon. So it's one of those things where like they could just say anything at that point, but it didn't really affect me or any other guys. Like all these things happen for a reason. Like we're all cool. We all experience the same thing, and like like I look at like me and Robert, we could relate to each other. It's like, oh, so what? We fucking bald. It happens, bro. Like it's life. Like like, but somebody's gonna appreciate that. So.
Yeah.
So I do want to say as well, though, Kendall, these shoes, right? Let's talk about these shoes, because guys,
shoes
I
were
know you
done.
all saw it. Let's not act like we didn't see that.
We talking about New York, but we in Arizona. Don't know who you're gonna be running into with 4K, 8K cameras and bright ass lights. What are you doing?
Let's not act. No.
Let's not act, yeah, bro.
You know what most people were gonna say if you're watching this on YouTube?
I have to call you out.
Come on now, bro.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Do you know, like, because right, you're coming into a dating show, you see the theme, right? And when I call all of you, I tell you guys dress to impress.
Yes,
That
sir,
means the outfit has to be on point and it has to be clean. The shoes and everything. That's the thing, right? And a lot of people, I think they just see it as like, oh, are you even trying if you didn't even like look at your shoes? And shoes is something that a lot of girls watch. The first thing they see, most girls, they look at your shoes. They're like, okay, how's your shoes? So my question really is like, would you wear those shoes again if you was to come on?
No, I mean definitely. I would have switched it up, but like it's I have a funny story about that. So before I left, I asked my boy, I said, yo, which shoe should I wear?
Oh,
And
He played
yo,
you.
he played you, bro.
but it's funny because it's like things happen for a reason. Like,
Why would you listen to him?
if I didn't wear the
Right,
shoes, I wouldn't be on this call. So it's
right,
like,
right,
Mm,
right,
like
mm-hmm.
How you know if you would have matched with somebody though? They would have probably turned you down for something else petty.
right.
it things happen for a reason. I would have definitely wore different shoes, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that I got supporters in the comments of people saying, "Yo,
Mm-hmm.
listen, like these good shoes and shit."
There was a girl that actually didn't mind your
Oh
shoes,
yeah,
actually.
I mean, she popped the balloon
Yeah.
last minute, but it happens.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things that I had a great experience. Everybody was cool. They were cool. So
We see you trying to take a picture, man, and get the content to post it on your story.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Nice. All right. Well, Cliff, let's hear from you. How was your experience?
My experience was great. I had a great experience. I didn't. I was just
Before
surprised.
you even start, Cliff, I was about to cancel this guy because he was actually late to the
Uh-oh.
show a little
Uh-oh,
bit.
Cliff.
And I remember he
Damn.
actually texted me earlier saying, I'm not going to make 7 p.m. So I don't know what to say to that. I'm reading this text. I was like, so if you can't make 7 p.m., what do I do? So then I said, what time will you arrive? And then he said, around 7 p.m. So I said,
So you didn't forget what time the show was and thought it filmed at 6?
he said around 7. And the funny thing
What
is,
does that mean?
he wasn't even that late, but it's like,
My bad on that though. But I was traveling. I was doing a lot of traveling that day.
right,
So
right, yeah.
I still wanted to make it happen though. But I definitely was doing a lot of traveling that day. A lot.
Yeah.
So
But you made it, which is what matters. And now you came out. He came out. He was dressed up.
Yeah. So you actually didn't get too many pops initially.
Yeah.
I think you even got down to the bottom where I thought you were going to get a match. And then you were asked about 50-50. And then one of the young ladies popped on you because she didn't agree with what you said. Like, what was going through your mind when she was saying what she was saying? Did you fully understand what she meant?
I mean, I understand what she meant when she said the 50-50, like we both bringing in income. But I mean, that wasn't really what the question that she was asking. The other girl in the green dress, that was asking. So I just feel like she didn't, she should have just let that question, let it go because I mean, I answered the girl question. I mean, I feel like she should have just let it go. But I mean, I was just shocked that she answered it that way because I'm like, I feel like the man should have, take care of the responsibility, like, and the woman, whatever income she bring and help out, it's a plus. But I guess she did.
Yeah.
I guess she thought that went over her head, or maybe that went over her head, or something like that. Like I didn't say like a woman income would be helpful and beneficial, but no, I definitely think it is though. So I don't know. That was
Yeah.
just crazy.
Maybe she missed that.
Yeah.
Like you said, yeah. Because I was like, he said that?
Yeah, I know. I was
Okay.
like, I know. That's why I was like, damn. I did. I was like, I did answer the question. Like, I mean, but then it was like,
He added that on, but she stressed to the point that she wanted to take it further. To be like, no, that's literally what I'm about. And I'm going to tell you how much I don't see anything wrong with her wanting to explain herself further.
it wasn't even your question, but it is what it is, though.
Another thing as
Right.
well, I think it's a long distance thing that people are talking about a lot as well. Because obviously, I would assume if you're flying into Phoenix, you know, you'll
You
be
would expect
okay
other
with-
people are flying in as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit, when I was filming, I was like, oh, that
Oh,
could
that's
be
what
an
she
issue.
popped?
Yeah, she popped
On him?
because he was a little too far.
Oh,
We was
okay.
from two. We was from two different locations.
Because I thought you two would have been a great match,
Yeah.
It was disappointing that it didn't work out because of distance. But I mean, some people, they just can't do the long distance. They need to see somebody more.
Maybe a little
regularly and stuff.
closer.
Yeah. I understand that too. I mean, being from Detroit and me being from Las Vegas, that's very respectful. But on top of that, I do want to just say I did mention where I was from at the beginning of the introduction too as well.
You did.
So I mean that could have eliminated a lot of things too on that part. If once I said I was from Vegas when I did my introduction, so I just felt like that could eliminate us from wasting both of our times too. Getting all the way to the end just to pop what somebody already had said earlier through the introduction. So
That's the thing. In the introduction, that's another thing I never mentioned. Surprising myself, I just never mentioned that before. Here's the thing. In the intro, you're like, oh, name, where you're from, all this other stuff, right? As soon as a person says where they're from or where they're coming from or whatever, or where they currently live at, sometimes you will hear pops, but there's a lot more times than not of when somebody gets to the end and then goes, sorry, long distance. It's like, Arlette brung you made it to the, come on up front. Is this a match for you? Yeah. Is this a match for you? Sorry, too far, long distance. Like, fam, I said where I was from in the beginning. All y'all say the state y'all live in the beginning, and get them long distance pops out the way, because these motherfuckers gonna be wasting your time. Unless it's one of those things again to where somebody, if they like what they see enough, if they like what they hear enough, they're gonna be like, okay, I think I'm gonna break my long distance rule for this person. I mean, hopefully you attract them enough by looks and by your the whole demeanor to even attract them to be open to long distance when they weren't in the first place, right? That's just based off of looks. But then you add your talking points or whatever type of brilliant questions you ask. That should be like an extra point in the air, because if you got them off of looks to break their long distance boundaries, and the talking gets you up to the end, there should be no way this person will pop unless they think about it real hard and they have some really grand explanation as to why they thought about it the whole time. And then well, it's because of this and that. They better have a really good explanation at the end to pop off a long distance if they knew in the beginning that, you lived that far. That's what I just wanted to say about this whole show. So all y'all, if y'all about to be on this show, if y'all watching this video, think extra long and hard. No suspect about going on this show, because you are going to want to always say, put this on the, because I don't know what the application looks like when they fill. Maybe I should just go look at it to see what's on it. I told them it should say long distance relationships preferred, and it should say it multiple times. You should get a freaking email, long distance, in all caps, just because, even places where it don't make sense. Long distance preferred. Or just whenever they're filling out the app on the website or whatever, have a sound in the background that plays long distance preferred. Long distance preferred.
I mean, that's what I said. I mean, it was a great experience, though. People, you just live and you learn. So that's it.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's move on now.
Okay. All right. So Jace, let's hear from you.
Hello. Yeah.
Hey,
So,
hey.
the experience for
He actually matched with no, not matched with somebody, but I think he's actually in a relationship now with somebody that wasn't on his episode with a totally different woman.
me was amazing.
So right now he's good, but they were getting on him for his teeth, I guess, his bottom teeth or something was going on with that.
It was interesting because to me it was like a social experiment in a sense. You kind of got to see real life firsthand how people take you, the things you can work on, the things that people like about you, that kind of thing. I do also want to mention that I feel like there was some different wavelengths as far as like me and maybe some of the girls and like how we think, how we process, how we look at things that may have put us at different levels as far as like looking at life, and I've gotten that feedback as well a lot. But yeah, overall it was an amazing experience.
Okay. Yeah. So I think for you, they came for your teeth.
Yes.
Yeah, he has all his teeth, like they're there.
And I had to look closely, like, man, what are they talking about? And then they're like, yo, his bottom teeth or something like that. And I'm like, dang, y'all really looking.
They're not perfectly, completely straight, but they're all there.
And like,
and when I first walked on, it's funny because I've had probably 300 or 400 messages be like, I don't know what's wrong with your teeth. There's nothing wrong with your teeth. I love you. I'm like, I said, and I'm most people, preference is a preference, like, if you have a preference, I get it. But I do definitely, I will say that from my perspective as a human being, I know that if I was in the adverse position, I could have found many other things to say, hey, whatever it was, I wouldn't have had to go to somebody's level like that. Now, I'm glad it's me because I'm a person who's pretty confident in who I am, and so it doesn't bother me per se. And I've never heard it before, so it was kind of more like comedic versus like a shot. But it was something I was like, maybe I should, invest in to get my teeth, or I don't know what to do with them. Maybe make them try to get them bigger or whiter. I don't know. But yeah, so.
Oh my gosh. And then I think someone else also told you, they were like, you're too serious.
Yeah, that was that was the one that was really wild. So like and Rob and Kendall.
That is the same girl that said she would rather prefer both partners work in a relationship.
They both know me personally.
She said that about being financially stable, about both partners working full time, and she agrees I'm gonna put 100 in. She wanted the 100-100 relationship. She sounded serious and intelligent about that. I thought that was pretty cool. Then she goes on, the same girl says, I think you're too serious, to another guy. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? I guess in life, like, he doesn't seem like he has fun or something like that.
And like all my friends and family, and like not only am I like the biggest like goofball, but like I'm that like life of the party, that guy where it's like if you want to have a good time, you got to invite Jason, you know. And so
Yeah.
hearing that it was
Hey,
definitely
man.
pretty funny.
Hey.
But I do get it because you know, I was very, when you're speaking to, you know, 9-10 people, you know, you're
Right.
not just zoned in to kind of just be funny and goofy, you know, and show your personality. You're trying to be articulate. You're trying to understand what's, you know, going on and stuff like that too. So I get it, you know, but that's definitely nowhere near me at all. No.
But okay, all right, all right. So yeah, let's move on to Agnel now.
No.
How was your experience? How
So
did you take it with
honestly, I had a great time. At first, I was really nervous because this is something that I do not do at all. Like I spent like the last 5-6 years trying to get out of debt, so I put my head down and just worked. And now that I got
Good,
exposed,
good, yeah.
I was looking at the show. I'm like, maybe I should just try this out to get out of my comfort zone a little bit.
Right.
And I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I did, and I'm glad I met all of the fellas. It was like like a little family reunion. It felt like, and I never got to do it before.
Right.
And I also was I'm happy it happened because it kind of showed what the men have to deal with in the dating pool. So I'm glad that that's exposed out there a little bit. But overall, yeah, like I said, I was
Yeah.
nervous. But like as the show kept going on, I got a little bit more and more comfortable with it. And now I'm in the mindset of like, yeah, I'll definitely come back on the show if I get the opportunity. So I'm cool with that. It was dope overall. It was very well run and everything
Hey,
too. So
you
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point about you know, this show is actually really showing what men go through a lot. I mean, women too, but I feel like
This show it basically shows what the dating pool is right now, and you're seeing it in
yeah,
real life because a lot of the times we don't see these things
these little things
all
that
in one
happen.
place.
Yeah.
You hear about it, but now you're starting to see it. You're like, okay, so this is why some things happen the way it does, and it's true as well. You know, it's for both men and women. Like
Literally.
sometimes we get an episode where the men line up, and people are just like, "What's going on here? Why are you
these
so
men
picky?"
like this?
Yeah.
And then I feel like when the people line up,
They get a lot more scrutiny.
yeah, they get more. They just I don't understand. Like when they line up,
Yeah,
it's
someone
like they
said
just,
that holding the balloon that's the power. You feel me? So everything changes.
right. So it's kind of like and you know some of them you'll go so far with them and then they pop at the end.
Yeah.
And it's like some of them wait. And that's what I'm trying to eliminate. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make people understand. And I say this to you at the beginning of every single show. I say, look, especially the people lining up. I told them if you're not feeling the person, pop your balloon straight away. Yeah, don't wait. And some people as well, they'll hold on to their balloon because they want to see who the next option is. And that's the one thing that I don't like, because it's like the next person, you might be disappointed. If you see somebody in front of you that you like, that you know that's your type, you need to go for them.
Yeah, so for Agnel, your dreads, your locks. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
right.
I know. let me say the proper terms. Your locks were, I guess, one of the things that a lot of the ladies called out. Has that happened to you before?
Honestly,
Or,
like I've been growing my locks for 14 years now. It's gonna be 14 years in December, and so every time I would wear it down, I feel like, for me personally, I'm the drippiest I could be. You feel me? And so that's the mindset that I had. I'm like, yo, let me just wear my hair down, and I curled it too and everything. And I guess they just wasn't feeling it. I don't know.
Because I always said this: if you have locks and you're wearing them like this, like all in front of your shit, no, it usually a lot of times that be throwing women off. I guess on the dating show, outside, I guess it looks different, of course, right? But if you're on a dating show, get a shape up and tie them things back, because they're gonna want to see your face. Over here, they're gonna be like, I don't like your lock, Dre. They hanging all in front of your face, unless they're attractive enough facial wise that they like you through the locks. It's something about the locks, it's like being all in front of your shit and you wearing your hair down. A lot of times, a lot of women on these dating shows at least don't like the way it looks. Just tie them back and then you'll get different different results.
They weren't
But
feeling it.
usually,
Yeah.
all my homies and everyone that knows me, they love my hair. Everyone loves my hair. So it was just not me.
I know. I have to say as well. Yeah, you said that so you prefer natural women. You prefer
Very natural. Let's clarify that.
very natural. Like not even eyelashes. Like you want just everything
Bare
natural.
face.
So my question to you is like, do you really have an issue with weave and girls put makeup? Like, do you really have like a hard issue, or is that something that you can get by one day and just be
You mean
like,
like a
okay.
deal, like that's a
There's
deal
all
breaker
my
for him?
deal breakers. There's flexibility with it for sure.
Right.
Again, it's just a preference thing. I like just like show me who you are. Feel me? Like off rip. That's what I
Right.
like to see because I want to know you from the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and just using enhancements doesn't show me that real you. But again, there's a lot of wiggle room, and people were asking me about this at work, and they're like, oh, if she looks pretty without the makeup on, but she still wears makeup, are you still gonna go for her? And I said,
Most people love women that are pretty without the makeup on. That's kind of like a cheating thing because most men, even that love makeup on women, the ones that say they like makeup on women, blatantly, the pretty girl that doesn't need makeup on, like that is genuinely attractive. I know a few of them. It's kind of like a cheat code. You know what I mean?
say, yeah, for
Most
sure.
people want that
Sure,
person.
I know who she is. You feel me? Like I
Okay.
know exactly who she is behind the makeup and stuff. So again,
Yeah.
Everybody would want that. So that's like not even anything unique really to say.
But like the women, when they come on a dating show, they want to look their best, feel their
Yeah,
best. So,
dress up.
makeup enhances that
sure.
for
I
a
think that's where the wiggle room comes in.
lot of us. So it'll be a little bit hard for you to find someone
You're not
super
wrong.
natural on
You're
a
not
dating
wrong.
show.
Yeah, it's not
You
gonna.
know?
A little
Right.
blush, a little mascara, a little this, a little that.
Okay.
That's
Just not too
fine.
many
That's not
lashes.
bad to me because like the first two
Okay.
girls, they had makeup on too, and I was with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you're, like I said, when you're
Oh,
beating
okay.
your whole face up and
He's talking about cake face. The cake face, man. Some people that do like makeup say sometimes it's too much makeup. You can tell, super tell.
you got the contour and this and that, I'm like, that's too much.
Not in the names.
Right, right.
I mean, he's been catfished before. The catfishing got to him.
Comes from experience.
To me and put me on game and stuff, and I just be like, all right, cool, that's cool. But yeah, it's just if it's too much, there's obviously a line for me. So that's all.
Yeah, understandable.
I mean,
Okay.
he's been catfished
Right.
before hard, so I
Yeah,
think
he told us.
it plays in his mind all the time.
That
You make
whole
sure.
perspective is just heightened a little bit, just because like I'm not trying to go through that.
The situation.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, Kendall with the H. Let's hear from you.
Hello.
How was that experience for you? Yeah.
It was a great experience. Like the other fellow said, it kind of gives you a perspective as to the reality
Oh, Kendall at work.
and how superficial things have gotten in today's world with your appearance,
That's how you do it.
your shoes, your hair, the PTSD haircut. Just the overall presentation. It shows how superficial things are and how fixated the world has become with the person's appearance, and social media has played like a big role about it in what's like considered like approved and what's not, and of course height being a big thing. And it was a good experience. It kind of like it really showed me like the instant gratification of how quick things like can be presented based on like just understanding and like information about social media, other girls' opinion, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was a good experience overall.
I know the PTS hair like that. The PTSD
I know, and
hair that
I've
was
never
crazy
had
to
an
me.
issue with this haircut, and I've had it for years. I've never had an issue with it.
Oh my gosh! And then like you said, people are coming for height. And how tall are you
I'm
again?
5'11", so yeah.
So you're up there,
Yeah, and
so
height's
I
never been an
honestly I
issue
don't
for me,
know.
too. For me, it's more of my size. I'm a big guy,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like that some of the girls pop because of I think my size.
They said you're
yeah,
too.
yeah. But
Too
the thing
much
about me
gin.
is once you actually like speak to me and come across me, I'm a very respectful, generous person. But you know, once you kind of get past the visual of how big I am, like you'll get to see like someone like Jason, like very professional, very business oriented. But then like when you really get to know the guy, like your whole perspective changes based off of like the visual. So
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
What about Robert?
Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, thank you again for having me on here again. And
Of course.
salute to the guys. Well,
Yeah,
nice to
Brody.
see everybody again. So my experience with this, it was a very eye-opening experience because I'm going to take this a step further than just the social aspect. I want to bring it to the dynamics of the African American community, of where we have well-dressed, well-speaking, well-mannered men, and we were broken down on camera, right, for our physical appearance rather than what we offer spiritually, mentally. And I know we were dealing with um, the younger generation.
That's a good
A lot
point.
of us are older.
Him, I would say, he seemed pretty perfect, sort of, right? As far as what he had to offer, relationship wise or whatever. What happened to him kind of what stood out is there were some girls that didn't like his voice or something like that. One girl said, "Oh, I don't like your voice." He's like, "Okay." Another, if I can remember, it was either the same. I think it was another girl that was like, "I don't like the way you talk. I don't like that." He was just like, "I've never heard that." Like, oh, okay, I guess. Like even that kind of got me. I said, "God damn, that's it. You don't like his voice." And then the girl said, "Yeah, but we can be friends though." And I said, "No. Why would you want to be friends with somebody that you don't even like the way they talk? You don't like hearing them speak. What the fuck type friendship is that?" That I said that's bullshit. After that, if I was I was like, man, you should just walk off the show. Like that was crazy.
And so I guess the older men know that in the day, appearance fades, and it's a matter if the person
Or not.
you connect with is aligned goal wise.
Mm.
And so, as each person got, critiqued on there, they failed to realize, hey, will this person make me feel secure? Right? And will this person be, in the long run, good for me? And that's what I feel like us in the Black community need to do better at, because other races, they are better at realizing this. And that's why they're ahead of the Black community. I'm not saying most cases they are. I'm not saying all cases, but most cases they are. And I might be wrong on this, so don't quote me. This is just my opinion. So that's my eye opening experience on that. Of my of going on there, and then I guess the bald comments.
Yeah. They came for your
That
baldness.
came from my baldness. And they
Don't worry about none of that.
came for the way I spoke. So like
Yeah.
addressing number one, the baldness. Just like Kendall, I love being bald. Never had an issue about being bald.
Mm.
Shoot, I save money being bald. So I'm like, look, I don't want hair. I don't need hair. $60 a haircut. Hey, miss me on that.
60
Okay.
bucks is crazy.
Yeah.
It's only going up. I mean, I think New York is like $100 for a haircut or something like
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
It is.
Damn.
That's
I
real.
my
That's
first
real
yeah,
deal.
it's about 60 to 100 on that.
60 to
Man,
No
100.
man.
Let me
way.
go open up a barbershop.
I pay about
I mean,
50
like I
for a
just I
lineup.
left the barbershop just now. It's about $60. I give my guy so.
Oh.
$60, man. And all he did
I,
was take a
Just
razor
taper
and
fade, line
and
the
line the
beard
beard
up,
up.
edge the,
Hey, there's a little bit of talent in that. All right, there's some talent in that.
Give you that PTSD cut
right,
again.
exactly. Like what's funny, and to cut in on Rob real quick. He actually watched the episode, and I was like, "Hey man, I'll get that PTSD haircut." He said, "Oh, I got you."
what hair, Robert?
So so yeah, it's just again very little things that are
Mm-hmm.
very in the long grand scheme of things doesn't really matter,
Right.
and as they go, well, as they get older, they will realize that, and that's why when they're critiquing everybody, I wouldn't take it to heart because I'm like, okay, give it like 2-3 more years, we'll see, okay, because every man's gonna go bald eventually. So I'll see you guys up here. It was just my time.
Not necessarily, but you know,
Damn.
And so that's the
kind
first
of.
aspect. And
It
second
is a common thought to have
aspect
regarding
is
men's
how I
hair.
spoke. They said I spoke too calm, too feminine, and
That's what it was. That's what it was. One girl said his voice isn't masculine enough. It was this little slim girl. And her voice was really raspy. She's almost sound like me a little bit, but she was an attractive woman. But at the same time, her voice she was like, well, my voice is very masculine and your voice is very feminine, so I don't think it would, I need a man that has a more masculine voice. Like, what the hell? And then I think it was the same episode. Yeah, the girl before that was just like, I don't like the way you speak, I don't like the way you talk. So yeah, that's what it was. I remember it now.
I've been a couple toxic relationships here and there, and I don't need that. I don't need something that where I have to raise my voice. I want to attract calmness and peace to my life.
Yeah.
And so the way I speak slow. I speak, fluently, and I speak with a sense of peace in my heart because I don't need someone combative, right? Now, if the time comes where I was trying to let the individual know on the show, if I need to be masculine and raise my voice and let myself be heard, I will. But I don't need to.
Just wasn't the time and place.
Exactly. And at that point, if someone has to make me get out of my character to do that, I don't need somebody like that. So that's pretty much my experience on there. And I want to thank you guys again for having me on the show.
Of course.
I do feel like, this is amazing to see how all you guys came together. I heard that you made a group chat.
Right.
Oh God!
Like this boys
trauma
now,
bonding.
Forgot about that.
We don't know what they put us through.
Y'all scared to hear balloon pops now?
But these group chats be on, from what I'm told, they're not necessarily text messages group chats all the time. They're like Instagram group chats.
Good. Hey, bro, I just want to make sure you make it home straight.
Hey,
Let me know if you make it home.
man.
You saw how I left. I poured out the whole bottle and walked off.
Yeah.
One dude I wanted to, some of these people on these catch-ups, well, mostly guys, get done so dirty. There are some guys that actually should have had their own blind date segments or whatever, right? That should be invited back on the show. There was one dude, just regarding group chats real quick, all to the side. There was one dude that matched. It didn't work out, and he had some fault in that, but he did try, and he called himself out or whatever, and took responsibility. The girl, on what she did on her part, didn't take no type of responsibility at all. Made it seem like she didn't have time to hang out with him or talk to him or anything like that, right? But then all of a sudden goes on to schedule a vacation group chat, like a group chat vacation. It was a vacation. It was it was kind of like a trip, a group chat trip, right? And the guy that she matched with was in the group chat and he wasn't going on a trip. She like kicked him out the group chat and blocked him. And he was like, how come, like, why did I get kicked out the group? Like, it says, like, I got removed from the group. Like, why did you even do that? And she was like, well, because you weren't going on the trip. It's like, you planned this trip with these group chat people from the goddamn show, but you don't want to plan to do that with me. Like, we matched, and it's like, what the hell? Like, shit like that, man.
Yes, bro. He told the whole thing and left. We ain't heard nothing from him.
He was missing.
He was gone.
Oh my god.
But I mean, you lot spoke to some of the girls as well, right? From this episode, and you lot are all good.
Yeah, what are the girls saying about you guys? Like the girls from the episode.
After watching the episode,
have you guys got a chance to speak with them?
Yeah, a lot of different things. The first thing I heard was, man, as soon as you sat down, and got done, I was like, oh, this guy is fun. Like I heard a lot of like, oh, like you should have showed your personality on the show. I heard a lot of, oh wow, like this is not who I thought you were and everything. I'm like, well, yeah, it's a, so. But everything's definitely been cool. But definitely different energy than on the show. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. 100%.
Okay.
Cliff, you saying definitely. What were they telling you?
I just feel like, sure, some of the women, I think they they look back at that, and see like some of the questions and some of the answers that they, answer to the guys. I feel like they probably could have changed up their words, or maybe, had some more crisp things to say, better things to say. I think maybe they probably kind of thinking twice about that from after watching the show, just talking to, a few of them and stuff like that. They probably just thinking twice of what they were saying, and maybe they could have changed their words up. Like even just with, with Anthony Facer and, just guys like that, they could have probably said it a different way, or going about it a different way, or, said it somewhat, differently. So I just feel like, maybe they just thinking, what they could have did better, or changed their words up on, certain things they said towards the guys, that came out. Pretty much.
It is a learning experience. Everybody learns as well. Like there is no issue with you having a preference. Like, you are allowed to like who you like
and not like.
So I feel like everybody learns from this experience, and when they watch the show as well, everyone that comes on, when they watch it, you kind of see how it went, and you're like, oh, okay, this is how it went. So I hope that everybody grows, everybody learns from coming on this platform. I feel like the comments as well kind of give you like a fix for some issues that you see on the show, because when people comment and they're saying like this is happening to me, so it relates to a lot of people that also watch the show.
People self-reflect.
They self-reflect. So it's like you're showing them what's happening, then the comments is there basically saying, we need to fix this and that because we're seeing it now live. So I just hope everybody grows from this as well. Everybody that's watching the show, they see that these men are well put together, and then that's when it starts becoming an issue for some people, because it's like you're rejecting good men, and in the future you might regret making that decision.
Right,
you will regret it.
You will,
and that's why I feel like this group of
let's hear from Kendall with the age.
That's
Go
why
ahead,
I feel
Kendall.
like this group of men was a great selection, because we all represent a different look of with like me, like from size, from height, from shape, like hairstyle. We all were very well groomed, very clean, dressed very good, but had our own style to it. And I feel like we represented ourselves confidently, to where we have contentment within ourselves. We didn't choose disrespect. We didn't choose to get on anybody for our validation. We stood on whatever was wrong with us, if it was our shoes, our haircut, whatever. And we all gave the women like good feedback, like, hey, oh yeah, she's my type. Yeah, like she looks good with so and so. We never like talk bad or try to get a viral response. Oh wait.
Well, and I was gonna actually touch on that. So, like you said, a lot of you guys said, "Oh, you look good, you look this, you look that." But were you guys being honest, or were you just saying it because you're like, "I don't want to get dragged"?
Right. That's another thing as well.
A good presentation, just like I said.
For sure.
I feel like everyone, put themselves together and stuff like that. I feel like I had no reason to lie or be rude about anything in particular, because I'm a very respectful person, and I don't want to like create the image of me being a black man being rude and disrespectful for my own contentment. You know what I mean? Like, so I was actually genuinely honest. Like, oh yeah, like I like the waist chain, I like the, whatever the case may be, just because like I do like fashion sense, I do like style. But it's like how the other man said, like, like something as small as our shoes and our pants or whatever. It's like, once like you see past that, you can really see how genuine and well mannered of men we all are. You know what I'm saying?
I want to
I
piggyback
think
off
we have.
that.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, go on, Anthony.
I just want to put in perspective. I've been in a relationship with some very beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't give me that longevity. Like, I want to marry her. I could see her being the woman of my child. I could see her, holding the household down while I go do my job and come back and, everything is settled. So me personally, when I came on there, I wasn't looking for the attraction. I wanted the attraction to be there, obviously, but I wanted to go on there and ask those like serious questions that I knew was going to help me understand this was going to be that woman that I was looking for, as far as like being in my future 5, 6, 10, 20 years down the line. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's not what they was looking for.
Yeah, that was completely absent from the show. Completely.
Which does bring me to this point here. Obviously, there's a lot of people that are speaking about these guys. They need to come back. We need to bring these guys back and all this, And there was actually a comment as well that I saw as well. Someone said, "Please bring all the men back."
They didn't
from this
deserve
episode.
this.
They did not deserve this, and I was like, okay. So I think I want to leave it up to the public. So all of our viewers, I want you all to comment down below. Should I bring back all of these guys on an episode, and I'll have them lining up as well.
So now they get the
then
balloon.
They get the balloon.
Sean
That
has
sounds
done.
good.
He already making pop noises. He
and we all
Y'all practicing?
And we all got,
I mean, like I said earlier, I don't know about everybody else, but my man right here, where they was talking about his teeth, up at the second person from the top right, him where the arrow is, he's in a relationship with somebody. So I think he's still with this girl. It seemed like they were going pretty well the last time they had like a catch up with BM.
we all gotta come
That was a little while back, so
suited and booted.
Yeah, no,
Taylor,
Yes.
I like that. I like that.
We putting a suit on.
No dirty sneakers, Kendall.
Wait,
Listen, I got
with an
dress
L,
shoes
huh?
that's polished. We good.
Hey,
Oh wait,
hold on.
hold on. We lost Kendall with the
Okay,
L.
okay.
Kendall.
Uh-oh.
Kendall.
Hold on, we lost
he
Kendall,
heard that.
guys.
He got to jump off the call.
He went to go clean his shoes.
Like, oh, clean shoes? Oh, shoot.
All right, yeah. So yeah, I want to leave it up to the viewers. So if you want to see these guys back, comment down below, and I'll see if I can make it happen. I also just want to say that this was great having you guys on this platform.
Yeah, thank you
And
for coming.
yeah, it's amazing to see people come together. Making group chats, because we had this as well in episode 6. With Eric
they
and
are
all the other
family
guys as well. So yeah, to see this happening is great, and hopefully you lot keep going, and you become friends for a very long time.
Yeah.
So
he's actually promoting friendship. I'm out of here. I just stopped. I hope you become friends for a very long time. Promoting friendship amongst great gentlemen for once. This is not pop the balloon or find friends. Well, sometimes it is.